Lydia, keen to change gears a bit. You've mentioned throughout this about your two wonderful children. I'm fascinated to understand a little bit more about how you've had an incredibly successful career that no doubt has been very intense on your time. We've spoken about a lot of European trips throughout that. Talk to me about some of the ways that you've learned to balance that home life with that work life and ensure, knowing you a little bit, you're an incredible mother at the same time. So we're asking the $1 million question, how do you do it all?
Yeah. So you can't, right? You definitely can't do it all. So I think that's one of the big things, right? Is that each person needs to figure out for themselves what is the balance, right? And it should be individual and it should be something you're comfortable with. And I don't think you need to share that with anyone. And it's probably going to be different for every single person, right? But you at some point need to sit down and figure out, and I've said this to so many people on my team. I've had dozens of young people on my team over the years who've gone through the same life stages, and it's like, how do I do this? And I'm like, you need to write it down and figure it out. And it's going to change over time. And you may think one thing and then that changes. I think you also need to be aligned with your partner, right?
Sure.
You can't both say, you're going to be the stay-at-home and I'm going to be the career and we're going to somehow figure that out. No, you can both be the career, but then you need to know you need somebody else helping in the home, right? There's different things. So I think it's that. Figure out what you're both comfortable with. Institute it, and then know that there's going to be amazing days where everything feels like I am queen of the world, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing it all, and this is the life, and can everything. And then there's going to be days where it just comes crashing down, and that's got to be fine too, right? It's going to be somebody gets pink eye. It's always pink eye.
Yeah.
Somebody always gets pink eye, and then you have to stay home, or the school is closed for some unknown reason. There's a dusting of snow, but of course we can't do anything about it. And you just have to have a contingency plan. Everybody on my team knows that I have a family and that sometimes things will change, and I will do the best that I can, but it's not always going to be perfect. But that's also what I expect from my team, right? Like, do the best you can. I understand that. And I really mean that, right? The best that you can do, not phone it in and say it's the best I can do, because that's just not the case. But make it work. And my kids, they're older now, so they understand this more. But there's been times where it's, Mommy, why do you have to leave again? Why do you have to go on another trip? And I explain it to them very clearly, like, this is what I do. Like, this is how we have this life that we have. Yeah. Like, when we go on vacation or when we get nice things or when we do things, it's all because every day I go to work and put in the effort and do my best to make all this happen. And I want you to feel that way too, right? I want this to be, so I really try not to feel guilty about it, because I don't think that that's a healthy thing, quite frankly. Like, unless you have some, fabulous lifestyle where you can do all the things you want to do without putting in the effort. I actually feel very proud of the effort I put in.
Yeah, no, indeed. And it sounds like really at the core of that is communication with at work, with your partner, with your children, and along the way, then everyone can understand what's going on and the dynamics can shift where they need to.
Yeah. You may not like it all the time, but we're talking about it.
Yeah,
this
indeed.
is what it is.